All right. A little bit of a talk about language. This is my 8th time trying to do this video. I got in a car, or there was a car accident last night that I was stuck in, and I ended up sitting in my car for about 45 minutes and tried to do this several times in the car. Sirens and such kept interrupting it, so we'll see if I can do this all the way through now. I've got a couple general policies on language, on cursing, on when and how to curse. Generally, I don't swear much in my general life. I don't have problems with people around me swearing. I'm certainly less prudish than I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because I've been in situations where I've been surrounded by people who are just swear machines, who, when they're in a room with adults, especially guys when they get together, but I've seen girls do it too, it's just this constant stream of epithets and curses and swear words. They can't seem to get a sentence out without throwing in an F-bomb or something like that. I don't find that necessary. I think if you have some intelligence and a vocabulary, you can get your point across better and clearer without swearing. That being said, I can imagine situations where throwing in a swear word will accentuate the right idea for the sentence, the right idea for the concept, and will do a better job of heightening it. I don't see how that would ever work for young kids. They'd get totally distracted by the swear word, either embarrassed or humored or whatever, of an adult hearing an adult swear. I do have a cutoff of about 12. After 12, I definitely relax my rules on language, although again, as I said, I don't swear as a matter of habit. I have never in 22 years gotten in trouble for using language from a parent or a club or a skater, which kind of surprises me because there are words that I use that kids have told me are unacceptable. Damn, I don't think I use it on a regular basis, but I certainly have no particular reason not to use it. I don't consider it banned or wrong. I say God and Jesus Christ, so if I ever taught a heavily religious family, and I have, you would think that would slip out at some point and there'd be an inquiry into it, but that's never happened. I say the word crap a lot. That makes the kids titter now and then. Just a couple weeks ago, I don't consider that a swear word. And oddly enough, the one that should be a problem is bullshit. Bullshit has a very specific meaning. It means you're a liar. It means what you're saying is untrue. It means you're making something up. It means you're telling a tall story. There's no way to use that word in a way that insults someone any more than saying the phrase, you're a liar, would insult them. In fact, I generally find it less hurtful than saying you're a liar. So I have absolutely no filter on the word bullshit, although I don't think I use it around young kids again, or medium kids, but I think I've used it around 13, 14-year-olds and occasionally gotten a strange glance from them, but no comment from them, no comment from the parents, no major complaints. The odd thing is I do get complaints on a regular basis from other coaches. I think I've probably 20 times in my life I've been reprimanded and lectured and told that my language was inappropriate by other coaches, yet not by my skaters or their parents, or club executives, or anyone like section executives or anyone. Personally, I think it's just it's again a clique mentality, a social game, where if you're not part of the popular crowd, they're going to find ways to pick on you and to belittle you and to bully you. And if the only thing they can find to bully you with is some vague language problems, they'll probably do that. I've certainly heard coaches use 10 times worse and more frequent bad language than me and not get reprimanded by their peers for it. That's kind of just the way the world works, I guess. I will say I have had 2 language problems, not swearing, but I've had parents who have had banned words in their household, banned words in their school in one case, that I was not aware of, totally legitimate English words that they had banned, that I used unknowingly in a totally appropriate and professional manner, and it created a ruckus both times. One of the words was fat. I had an overweight parent who had banned the word fat from their household, and when I told the kid that she had to make her circles fatter on her patterns, she got upset. Her mother overheard it and got upset, and I got a nasty email telling me that I was not allowed to use that swear word, that it was banned from the household. I don't personally understand how you can ban a common English word. I don't think you can, and I never really respected that problem. But luckily that relationship didn't last much longer, so I didn't have to edit fat out of my vocabulary. The second time was the word, I might as well describe it, the word butch. And it was I had a dance team where the guy was a little passive on the ice, didn't push as hard as he should have, and the girl was in front pulling him from behind, yanking him. And I said, you have to be a little bit more dainty and princess in the female role, irregardless of the fact that I know, and we all know that you're the one leading this team and you're the dominant member of the team, but you can't be butch on the ice. You cannot present yourself as the male role, the masculine aggressor on the ice. You have to be the feminine role, the female role. Here are your jobs, here are your traits. Let him do the pushing, let him do the aggressiveness. That's his role. And the odd thing about this situation is I had that lesson in spring, and the complaints for it didn't come until the kids were reminiscing about it after summer in fall. And then began a long string of problems, large problems. That was my first full year in Labrador. But in the next couple of weeks, I was noticing in sitcoms people using the word butch on Friends, again in the way I did, in a totally non-swearing, non-threatening, non-cursing way. It's a totally acceptable word. It has negative connotations, but you know what? You can use any word in the English language to mean something insulting, to mean something bullying, to mean something unacceptable, including fat. But there are also proper ways to use all those words, and proper meanings, and proper definitions, non-threatening definitions, descriptive definitions. And as my job is to get people to skate well by describing what skating well is and how they're going to do it, I have to have vocabulary at my disposal. I will say, if any parents have if I ever teach a super religious family or families that have certain words at home that are banned, the only two words that I consider banned are the F word and the S word. Maybe a-hole. And again, I don't use, there's a lot of swear words longer than that list that I don't use. But I also don't filter them. So if there comes an opportunity where it slips in naturally, I'm not going to stop it. Anything but those 2 or 3 words. So if you have any issues with that, you should probably let me know in advance. If you have any particularly banned words in your household, or any particularly firm views on how language should be used, rather than trying to deal with damage control afterwards, you should probably have that conversation with me beforehand. As I said, in 22 years, I have never, ever had a problem, not even a minor complaint about swearing, cursing, using inappropriate language in lessons, except for those 2 completely acceptable words that people interpret as unacceptable.